A very, very warm good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible to everyone. We just had to change the link at the last minute because of some IT glitches, but the session is the same. You can ask me anything which will enable you to prepare and do well for your MA in Economics 2022 entrance examination. Okay. So let's begin with your questions. I'm here for your questions. Please ask me anything and I'll be happy to answer your question. Okay. Okay. Just waiting for the questions, just sharing the live stream with all the students, the new link, and we should be up and running. Just waiting for your questions. All right, so let's begin with the questions. Thank you so much for having me here, and I am really, really excited for this session. So let's go into your questions. So can you suggest a good book for public finance for IIFT preparation? There's a book called Musgrave and Musgrave. That's a good book. You may follow that. Vasumita, Ishika, very good evening. A very good evening to everyone out there. What is the level or pattern of CUET for MA Economics? Okay, Manish, let's answer that. That is an important question for so many of you. So the central university entrance examination that has been announced is for many universities. The major universities out there, which most of you will be aware of, will be firstly Jawaharlal Nehru University. Okay, so many of you are targeting JNU through CUET. Okay, apart from JNU, good institutes of interest would be University of Hyderabad, B.R. Ambedkar School of Economics. Okay, Banaras Hindu University. So these are a few universities which actually clearly stand out. Okay, right. So these are a few universities which are important. Now for JNU, if some of you are saying that your target is JNU, okay, तो JNU के लिए हमें क्या करना है? JNU के लिए हमें ये करना है कि CUET has two parts. One part which has 25 questions, the other part which has 75 questions. अभी 25 questions are basically English and GK questions with reasoning in it. और ये 75 क्वेश्चंस जो है ये कोर इको स्टूडेंट स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चंस होंगे. Okay, now if your target is JNU has clearly stated कि ये 75 questions के basis पर ही they will be selecting the students. They are not concerned with the first 25 questions. All other universities have not yet mentioned anything yet. तो हम लोग यही समझेंगे that University of Hyderabad, BHU, BR Ambedkar, all of these universities will consider the first 25 questions as well. But अगर कोई है student who will only focus on JNU, उनका focus will be these 75 questions only. Okay. Now अब ये 75 questions का pattern समझते हैं. Right. If you take a look at the CUET for 2021 and the sample paper as well. So these 75 questions are divided as follows. Let me explain कि क्या division है इसका. So सबसे पहले GK में approximately 15 to 20 questions आएंगे. Yes, that is a high number. So approximately 30 to 35% of the paper will be general knowledge. Like for example, इंडिया में सबसे ज्यादा पॉपुलेशन कौन से सेक्टर में एंगेज्ड है? ओके, व्हाट वाज द पॉपुलेशन ऑफ इंडिया इन द ईयर 2021? ओके, व्हाट इज द जीडीपी ग्रोथ रेट इन इंडिया फॉर FY 2020? So these are a few economic oriented GK questions which you can expect. 30 to 35% of the paper will be GK, which is approximately 18 to 20 questions. Microeconomics के बारे में अगर मैं बात करूं तो 10 questions आए थे या आएंगे. approximately 10 to 12 questions माइक्रो में एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं. मैक्रो में एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं approximately 21 questions. So आप समझ के चलिए 20 to 22 questions आएंगे. Okay, 20 to 22 questions out of the 75 will come from there. Okay, math and stat. Math में 10 question, stat में 10 question. This is what is expected. And international trade में कितने questions आएंगे? Trade में approximately 7-8 questions आएंगे. Okay, so when I talk about CUET, first 25 questions तो GK, English, reasoning, very basic parts आते हैं, and 75 questions which is core JNU. Okay, उसमें आते हैं approximately, these are the bifurcations: GK, micro, macro, math, stat and trade. Now the level of questions के बारे में अगर मैं बात करूं, the level of question in CUET, the level of question in CUET will be similar to JNU past papers. ठीक है, JNU and हैदराबाद के past papers को mix करके if you want to prepare, that will be a good idea. ठीक है, तो ये जो जीके के क्वेश्चंस है जेएनयू के पास्ट पेपर्स को देखेंगे, we'll get an idea. माइक्रो मैक्रो के जो क्वेश्चंस है वो जेएनयू एंड हैदराबाद के पास्ट पेपर से काफी मिलता जुलता है. मैथ एंड स्टैट, अगेन द लेवल इज वेरी सिमिलर. ट्रेड, ये जो ट्रेड के क्वेश्चंस हैं, दिस फॉर दिस सॉल्व जेएनयू SIS के पास्ट पेपर्स, स्पेशली JNU SIS used to ask a lot of trade questions. वहां से आपको help मिलेगा about these questions. So that is about the CUET. Many of you were asking कि sir JNU के लिए specifically how do I prepare? कुछ अलग आपको करने की नहीं है जरूरत. JNU past papers is what you need to look at. वो देखेंगे, हो जाएगा आपका preparation. Okay. So this is what I have answered for CUET, which actually answers many of your other questions. अब नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है दक्ष सर, I got selected for the interview of MSQE. Congratulations, Daksh. Can you give me any tips regarding the interview? तो ISI इंटरव्यू में हमें जो करना है, ISI इंटरव्यू में बेसिकली बहुत ही टेक्निकल होता है इंटरव्यू, लाइक मैथ्स एंड स्टैट्स के आते हैं क्वेश्चंस. ओके, HR इंटरव्यू नहीं होगा. टेल मी अबाउट योर गोल 5 years लेटर इन द फ्यूचर, वो सब नहीं पूछेंगे. दे विल गिव यू अ मैथ क्वेश्चन and an eco question. Okay, you need to solve it to the best of your ability, and the professors basically see your level of thinking. Okay, बहुत basic से सवाल आएंगे which will focus on the foundation. ठीक है, दिखने में complicated लगेगा, but the ISI professors want your base and the foundation to be very good. ठीक है, चीजों को अगर आप अच्छे से समझते हैं, you will have a good interview, and I wish you all the best for it. How to practice for CUCET, I have already given you that, कि कैसे आपको करना है. If I join anyone, okay. So Yash, we have basically an eco foundation course which we start off in the month of July, so you can consider and talk to our admissions team. The number is there on the website. Okay, Manish, I have answered your question, how to prepare for CUET. Okay, CUET is done. Okay, IGIDR. Now what about IGIDR? अब IGIDR के बारे में बात करते हैं कि IGIDR का क्या पैटर्न है, कैसे हम लोग को प्रिपेयर करना है फॉर IGIDR. तो IGIDR का जो पैटर्न है वो कुछ ऐसा है. 5 क्वेश्चंस आएंगे इंग्लिश एंड रीजनिंग से. ओके, 15 क्वेश्चंस आएंगे बेसिक मैथ एंड 15 क्वेश्चंस आएंगे इको सेक्शन से. सो there is a choice for the students whether they do this 15 from eco section or they do 15 from advanced math section. So all the students of Edusure, I will recommend you, please advanced math में मत जाइए, eco के section को करिए. You have been preparing with us since a long time, so यही आपको target करना है. So ये 35 questions है, 35 questions for 90 minutes. Okay, अब आपको इसके लिए कैसे प्रिपेयर करना है? IGIDR gives you a sample paper. You should know and do the sample paper at least 3 times. It has been seen in the past that IGIDR, conceptually give you very similar questions from the sample paper. तो वो तो definitely करिए ही. And IGIDR में जो eco वाले जो questions होते हैं, उसके लिए JNU past papers का practice बहुत ही जरूरी है. ठीक है, so English and the reasoning part is very simple. If you are a student at Edusure, English and the reasoning के काफी सारे tests आपको already दिए गए हैं. You take a look at the tests and that will be enough practice. Basic math के लिए and eco के लिए, दोनों के लिए JNU papers and especially the IGIDR sample paper. Okay, 90 minutes है तो time will not be short, right? Time इतना कम नहीं है. 90 minutes for only 35 questions. Okay, so that's about the IGIDR. Which exam is tough, IIT JAM or DSE? That's a very subjective question, Ishika. Both are very different in terms of the difficulty. IIT JAM has a few topics जो DSE में नहीं आता है and vice versa. जैसे econometrics is very very important for DSE, but IIT JAM में basic econometrics ही आएगा. Okay, so sir, how to prepare for econometrics given the time that we have for the entrances? How to grasp a hold of econometrics? Econometrics, grab hold of a book called Damodar Gujarati. Okay, that's a very good book. वो book में focus on MLRM, especially when you are taking DU entrance. Okay, and अगर आपको CUET, IGIDR और के लिए prepare करना है, then Basic econometrics में regression lines will be more than enough. Okay, byx into bxy is equal to r square, वो simple econometrics, that will be more than enough. DSE के लिए you need MLRM and CLRM. Okay, which are the best institutes under CUET? I have already answered that. Which chapters are important in math for GIP entrance? Gokhale entrance के papers आपको दिए हुए रहते हैं, so take a look at the Gokhale entrance papers and prepare accordingly. Yash, I have answered your question. IGIDR I have already. For Jamia, how do we prepare? Dynamic question. Okay. Jamia के past papers से practice करें, and that is your preparation. Okay. CUET, it's your choice, Manish. GIP past papers has to be done. Additional topics for IGIDR that are not in ISI and DSE. Differential equations. Differential equation comes in IGIDR, जो ISI DSE के लिए इतना ज़्यादा important नहीं है. तो differential equations पे थोड़ा focus करिए, apart from the topics that are already covered in ISI DSE. When can we expect the DSE examination? Go to DSE and find out from the office. Okay, let me see what others. Okay, Ambedkar University, Delhi. Okay, yes, that's a decent option as well. If you, acha, Shamal is asking a very, very important question, sir. If I give a drop year, तो कुछ major होता है क्या? देखिए, as far as ISI DSE are concerned, it's only your entrance that matters and your performance in the interview. कुछ और मैटर नहीं करता है. There are many students जो 2 साल 3 साल के ड्रॉप के बाद भी ISI जाते हैं. That does not matter. The only thing is, if you go this year, you will not, prepare for a year. एक year आपका drop हो जाता है. That's all. और कुछ नहीं है. There is no disadvantage or advantage. Which is better, IIT Delhi, IGIDR, DSC? IIT Delhi, IGIDR और DSC, which is better? ठीक है, very good question, अंकुश. तीनों में अप्लाई करें, तीनों में जिसमें आपको मिल जाता है उसमें चले जाइए. अगर आपको तीनों में मिल जाता है, make a chit and take out जिसमें भी मिलता है, go in that. I don't know what else to answer. All of them are amazing places to go, and आपका career set है wherever you go. IGIDR question pattern difficulty I have already explained. DSC का expected date जुलाई में कभी है, okay? और अभी तक हमें information नहीं है. नहीं, I am not internally in the DSC examination forum, तो मुझे डेट के बारे में नहीं पता है. Honestly, मैं सच बोल रहा हूँ. If not top 4 colleges, what are the next best options? So Vasumita, top 4 depends. What are the top 4 for you? So I categorize ISI, DSE, JNU, IGIDR, IIT as one of the best. उसके बाद में Ashoka, Shiv Nadar, University of Hyderabad, MSc, these are also good options. Iift. Okay, sorry if I have missed out on anything. So these are good options to have. अब इससे ज़्यादा options आप अपने पास में रखेंगे तब options ही रह जाएंगे. Your focus has to be there for a few institutes, right? Depends on your aptitude. अगर आपको maths बहुत ही ज़्यादा पसंद है, then ISI, DSC, IGIDR, these are very good places for you to go. JNU SS is a theoretical kind of, उतना ज़्यादा maths उसमें नहीं है. तो if you don't like maths too much, JNU might be a good fit for you. Okay, so it depends. आपके aptitude पर भी depend करता है where you want to go. I have answered many questions. IGIDR का pattern. अच्छा, MSc का pattern के बारे में मैं आपको थोड़ा सा अभी बताता हूँ. MSc का क्या पैटर्न है? MSc का पैटर्न इज एज फॉलोज. चलिए, MSc is a 2-hour examination. Okay, so it is 120 minutes. एक सेक्शन जो कंपलसरी है, दैट इज पार्ट ए, जिसमें 25 क्वेश्चंस होते हैं. ये 25 क्वेश्चंस में क्या आता है? बेसिकली बेसिक मैथ एंड एनालिटिकल स्किल्स. सो 15 क्वेश्चन आता है बेसिक मैथ से एंड 10 क्वेश्चंस कम फॉर एनालिटिकल रीजनिंग. ओके, उसके बाद में जो पार्ट बी है, देयर इज अ चॉइस. ओके, द चॉइस इज बिटवीन एडवांस्ड मैथ अगेन फॉर बी मैथ और बी स्टैट बैकग्राउंड. द अदर, मैं वो चॉइस को अभी एक्चुअली साइड कर रहा हूं बिकॉज आई विल नॉट एक्सपेक्ट एनीवन हु इज प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर दीज एंट्रेंसेस, जो इको भी पढ़ रहा है फॉर दीज एंट्रेंसेस, टू फोकस ऑन दिस 50 मार्क्स, राइट? ये 50 है बेसिकली एडवांस्ड मैथ सेक्शन. The choice which I will concern myself more is the 50 marks which will be the eco section, जहां पर 15 क्वेश्चन आएगा माइक्रो से, 15 क्वेश्चन आएगा मैक्रो से, and 20 questions will come from Indian economy. अब आपका सवाल होगा, ये इंडियन इकोनॉमी के लिए कहां से प्रिपेयर करें? जो मैं ऑलरेडी देख पा रहा हूं कि इंडियन इकोनॉमी के लिए आपको प्रिपेयर करना है जेएनयू पास पेपर से एंड एमएससी पास पेपर से. जो क्वेश्चन इंडियन इकोनॉमी में आए हैं फ्रॉम द पास पेपर्स ऑफ जेएनयू एंड एमएससी एंड हैदराबाद, दे विल बी रेलेवेंट फॉर एमएससी. ठीक है, सो 75 क्वेश्चंस इन ऑल, 120 minutes, 25 compulsory basic math and reasoning, and 50 questions in part B which will be eco based. So ये है MSc का pattern. I hope that is fine. ये हो गया. GK for CUET I have answered that. JNU के पास papers को करिए. Okay. Will econometrics be there in CUET as well? Econometrics, basic econometrics actually पूछा गया है. If you take a look at the paper of CUET, वो regression lines, BXY, BYX, वो सब भी पूछा गया है. Okay, how to prepare. Is there interview in JNU? नहीं, interview JNU में आज तक तो नहीं हुआ. ये साल में if they introduce तो मैं बोल नहीं सकता. Okay. How to revise for DSE? चलिए ठीक है, ये थोड़ा जरूरी क्वेश्चन हो जाता है. सो कोई भी एंट्रेंस एग्जामिनेशन लाइक एन ISI और DSE, आपको क्या करना चाहिए 1 month before? So if I assume that you have approximately 1 month for Delhi School of Economics, by now I will assume that आपने पूरा सिलेबस तो एक बार तो कर लिया होगा. जो भी आपने देखा है क्वेश्चंस इन DSE फ्रॉम द पास्ट पेपर्स, वो सारे टॉपिक्स को आपने एक बार तो अभी तक तो कर लिया होगा. इफ यू हैव डन दैट, अभी नेक्स्ट 1 month में आपको क्या करना है? DSE के पास्ट पेपर्स, एटलीस्ट 15 साल के पास्ट पेपर्स आपको 4 बार करने हैं. ठीक है, इतना अच्छे से आपको प्रिपेयर उसके लिए करना है दैट just by looking at the print of the paper you know कि अच्छा ये DSE 2017 है and DSE 2017 का क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 किसी ने भी आपके सामने बोल दिया, वो क्वेश्चन की छवि आपके माइंड में आ जानी चाहिए. अच्छा, DSE 2017 क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 वो तो गेम थ्योरी का क्वेश्चन था ना, जहां पर हमें देखना था कि द लोकेशन ऑफ द फैक्ट्री कहां पर है, एंड यू नीड टू थिंक इन दैट वे. वो तभी होगा जब आप उसको 4 बार करेंगे पास पेपर को. तो अगला 1 महीना आपका टारगेट शुड बी DSE का पेपर 4 बार. दैट हैज टू बी योर टारगेट. ओके, IGIDR and DSE rank 1 score of the last year. Up to what score can we get admission? Also DSE exam duration. DSE exam duration as per the last year was 2 hours. 2 hours 50 questions, and 2 hours है, 50 questions है, and DSE का highest mark I don't remember, I think it was 150 something, but the cutoff last year was 96, I think 96 या 97 था third list का cutoff. So that was that. DSE 2023 fee. DSE charges you I think approximately 8,000 a year. मुझे लगता है कि आप वही पूछ रहे थे मुझसे, 8,000 a year. कोचिंग फी के बारे में आपको एडमिशन टीम बहुत अच्छे से बता पाएगी. आई एम फैकल्टी, मुझसे एकेडमिक क्वेश्चंस पूछिए, आई विल बी हैप्पी टू आंसर दैट. But I think that the coaching fee for the 2023 batch is, I think, 38,000 if I'm not wrong. That will include everything, your preparation, the portal, and the interview preparation. सब कुछ है उसमें included. Yes, Goldie, that is absolutely there. Yash, what is the last date to fill DSE forms? आज अभी का अभी जाइए DSE का फॉर्म को फिल करिए. Today is the last day. मद्रास स्कूल ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स के लिए लास्ट मिनट टिप्स मैंने आपको दे दिया है. MSc के पेपर को अच्छे से देखिए, JNU के पेपर को अच्छे से प्रैक्टिस करिए. Last 5 years of the JNU and last 5 years of हैदराबाद पेपर आपको अच्छे से करना है. तो 5 साल JNU, 5 साल हैदराबाद, एंड जितने भी पेपर्स अवेलेबल है फॉर MSc वो अच्छे से कर लीजिए. दैट विल बी योर लास्ट मिनट प्रिपरेशन फॉर MSc. हाउ मेनी स्टूडेंट्स अपीयर फॉर दिस एग्जाम? DSC. अच्छा, DSC में we can expect about 4,000 people to appear. JNU would also be similar. Level of competition यहाँ पर बहुत कम है. IIT और में तो 10 लाख लोग बैठते हैं, यहाँ पर तो 4-5 हजार, मैक्सिमम 6,000 पीपल विल बी अपियरिंग. सो बहुत अच्छा चांस है. कहाँ इंडिया एंट्रेंस एग्जामिनेशन में ऐसा चांस मिलना बहुत मुश्किल है. MA in economics is relatively unknown. You should go, kiss your parents, thank them that they have, you have been born at the right time. ठीक है, अभी तक वो शूट नहीं किया है. आज भी MA in economics is at a very nascent stage. 10 साल के बाद में I see 50,000 to a lakh people appearing for these entrance examinations, right? And पिछले 5 साल में IIT, अशोका, IIFT, SNU, कितने सारे नए वर्ल्ड क्लास इंस्टीट्यूट्स इंडिया में खुले हैं to cater for MA in economics. क्यों खुल रहे हैं? Because the demand for economists is now sky high and it's going to go up. You are in the launching phase. Today you have chosen the right field. 10 साल के बाद में वैसा ही IIT वाला कंपटीशन आ जाएगा यहाँ पे. आज फिर भी कंपटीशन बहुत कम है. How to be motivated during the last days of preparation? बहुत सही. Motivation will be your dreams, Shivani. Why do you want to do a master's in economics in the first place? आपको ये सोचना है, आपको ये पूछना है अपने आप से, why are you looking to do a master's in economics? There has to be a reason, and if the reason is strong enough, you don't need any motivation, right? Like I come from a very humble background. I wanted the best salary that anyone can get after a master's in economics or an MBA for that matter. ठीक है, level of competition काफी कम था MA in economics में, so I chose MA in economics. I went to ISI and thankfully by the grace of God I was able to bag a good package after my masters. और आज के डेट में भी an average ISI pass out can expect a 17 to 18 lakh ka package, which is amazing. Imagine a 22-year-old aspiring for a corporate job wherein they can expect a 17 to 18 lakh package. Isn't that motivation enough? Okay, that was motivation for me at that time. Right now, my motivation at Edusure is to see all of you achieve your dream institute. Okay, that gives me immense satisfaction right now. Minimum that you need to score in IGIDR out of 35. So last year the cutoff, Yash, was I think 21 or 22 out of 35. So That was the cutoff. उसके बाद में interviews हैं. They call about 150 to 200 people for the interview, and they have 50 seats. General category, they have about 21 seats. IGIDR 20 or 21 seats. So interview may be competition hai, but if you are well, prepared with the basics, you should be able to make it. Okay. Do you get placement from JNU? Obviously you do. JNU has amazing placements. Okay. IIT जैम का कट ऑफ वो नेक्स्ट ईयर देखते हैं कि क्या होगा कट ऑफ. ये साल का कट ऑफ वाज आई थिंक अबाउट 50 या 55 के आसपास था कट ऑफ. आई थिंक Saad was the topper. Saad got I think 78 in IIT jam. He was rank 1. Okay, anything else? Okay, expected day for CUCT, it's anyone's guess. ISI versus DSE. Again, I'll tell you the same thing. Flip a coin. If you get into both of them, wow, that is a dream come true. And मैं ISI से हूँ, तो मैं ये बोल सकता हूँ that go to ISI because ISI is close to my heart. DSE is a world-class institute. ISI, DSE, जिधर भी आपको मिल जाए, split. ISI will have a little bit of an edge because the number of students are actually lesser at ISI. That can be the only thing. Final semester honors exam के साथ में कैसे manage करना है? देखिए, that is something which we cannot change. Even in our time, I remember my ISI examination was on 11th May. My honors examination, that is my third year eco examination, were from 20th of May to the 6th of June, and my DSE examination was on the 16th of June. Okay, so my honors examination was right in between the ISI and the DSE exam. So we were able to manage. Management बहुत ही simple था. It was that मुझे ISI के past papers बहुत अच्छे से करने हैं, which you should have already done. अभी if you think कि मैं ये एक महीना में honors भी कर लूंगा, DSC भी कर लूंगा, मैंने कुछ भी prepare नहीं किया है, तब मुश्किल होगा. Unless and until you study for 25 hours out of the 24 hours. If that is possible, तब हो जाएगा, नहीं तो मुश्किल है. But I wish you all the best. I hope that you have done something. अगर आपने कुछ भी किया रहेगा for this entrance examination, तब हो सकता है. Okay. CDS is a JNU sister concern. Yes, you get a degree from JNU, but CDS is a relatively new institute and it's MA in Applied Eco. It's a very good place. It's a very, very good place to go to as well. But JNU, only because it's an older place, will have a slight edge. Shiv Nadar University is a world-class place as well. If you take a look at the faculty, most of the faculty are ISI, DSE pass outs with their PhDs at good prominent places. Okay, so the faculty is amazing, the course is amazing. It's a new place, that is the only downside. Okay, the course and the faculty are very, very good. They are world class. It's a very, very good option. University of Hyderabad is again a good place to go to. These are all very, very good places. Hyderabad is an old place as well. Like I think it's about 35 to 40 years old. The eco department there, it's older than even an ISI, MSQE. So it is definitely a good place with good alumni. DSC and CUET are obviously not the same. Tisha, DSC के लिए DUET, Delhi University Entrance Test होगा. CUET is Central University Entrance Test, which is important for JNU, University of Hyderabad, B.R. Ambedkar, BHU, and so many others. For good placements, Both are decent options. Christ University, Azim, Premji, both are decent. Now 2 साल के बाद में क्या होगा? सी कोविड के बाद में थोड़ा अनसर्टन हो गया situations, right? Many of the businesses are not doing as well as they used to before the COVID-19 pandemic. So my suggestion will be to take it very safe, right? नए institutes हैं, अच्छे institutes हैं, I agree with that, but since they don't have any alumni, I cannot say that the placement will be very good and it will be guaranteed. Okay, so it's better to go to tried and tested places, like which I have already shared with all of you. Okay, last couple of questions I'll take. DSE forms, I think DSE forms aaj hi last date hai, please. Okay, so there is a Google sheet that the Edusure team has actually provided for your benefit. उसमें सारे last dates हैं, सारे institutes के last dates हैं. So please go through that Excel sheet. उसका link अभी यहाँ पर हमारे admin team से खुशबू मैम अभी वो डाल देंगे in the chat. So you'll be able to see it there as well. R. Kumar, thank you so much for the compliment. What is the expected date for JNU and DSE? Again, it's the same thing. मुझे पता चलेगा तो सबसे पहले आपको भी पता लग जाएगा. Okay. Are there any courses for 2024? Yes, Ananya, we have an Eco Foundation course, which is a second year course, and the Eco Topper course. So when you start with the Eco Foundation, that is actually targeting the 2024 entrance examination. For that, please get in touch with our admissions team. They'll be able to help you out with that. Bhavya, I'll have to check up on that. The MSc in Health Economics from Manipal, I'm not too sure. I haven't seen or researched about that course. Can one manage to prepare for these entrances with a job? Yes, you can. Depends कि कहाँ पर आपका